We are going towards Jupiter. During the flight, we get into a meteor stream. Damages. Long-distance communicators, the main engine. We have no communication with the base, and our return will take at least 6 years. We go on with our mission. Our cameras caught the mission goal for the first time. The computer confirms it is the carrier spaceship ONS Lemuria 7, which disappeared 78 years ago. The sensors do not detect anything suspicious. We are going closer to reach a maneuver distance. We have approved Jupiter's geostationary orbit, which is identical with Lemuria 7's orbit. We have reached the maneuver distance and started examining. The sensors do not detect any life forms. For unknown dangers, we are starting a reconnaissance mission using the ROV. Further logs will be registered as audiovisual format.
There it is. It looks like it's working. What about Lemuria's 7 floor plan?
Working on it. Our sensors cannot fully penetrate the shell material. Additionally, we notice numerous radioactive leaks and hull punctures. The plan won't be precise.
That's all we've got. Let's do it. Switch to the robot's camera and pay attention to all indicators. It won't work for long without cooling and electricity.
And do not irradiate it too much. The robot can take 5 times more radiation than a man, but that's the limit.
What sensitive robots we have.
It's a reconnaissance robot. We've got no budget on military models.
And that's a pity. We have no idea what we'll need for this mission. Let's start it.
There are no traces of people. This doesn't promise anything good. Radioactive contamination detected.
The robot sensor has detected a hostile unit in the proximity. Get ready.
You shall not pass.
The bar is controlled electronically. There must be a switch somewhere. It looks like I need to hack the computer to move further.
There's not a soul around.
Probably no one has survived. It's rather improbable after so many years.
A ship of this type should have hibernation chambers. Someone could survive inside. We need to check it.
It results from the plan flaw. We have managed to prepare that the hibernation chambers are behind the doors, which are in front of us. Pay attention to the security systems.
It seems the door is secured with the red code card. The robot will definitely need it. The temperature is too high, even for a robot.
You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
It seems the crew of Lemuria was so bored that they reprogrammed the fighting robots using the old slogans from movies and video games. It's interesting.
The temperature is too high, even for a robot. It looks like I need to hack the computer to move further. It's a hibernation zone.
The chambers are somewhere in the middle of the section, behind the sterilization trap and the emergency micro-generators room, which surely fuel the hibernation system.
The toxic waste contains strong acid that can damage the robot. It must be neutralized. The toxic waste contains strong acid that can damage the robot. It must be neutralized. The toxic waste contains strong acid that can damage the robot. It must be neutralized. The toxic waste contains strong acid that can damage the robot. It must be neutralized.
These experiments are alarming. There's something wrong with these animals.
Something is moved in another part of the corridor. It's good to check it. The toxic waste contains strong acid that can damage the robot. It must be neutralized.
There's the crew.
They look like they're all dead. Can you see the blood? Doctor, can you decide on the cause on the basis of the picture from the ROV camera?
I can't see all the details. There's no sign of hibernator damage nor blood in the area. The people died after they got inside. I can't see any wounds, although we can be 100% sure about it when we take the bodies out.
The ROV can't do it, so vision is all we've got. The hibernators look okay, so what could kill them?
Maybe they died because of old age or some other natural reasons.
It's impossible. Metabolism is almost completely stopped during hibernation. Any microorganisms also get hibernated. One can't develop any chronic illness or cancer. So it means that those people died right after they got into the hibernators, and the cause of their disease was developed earlier. It's strange, they all have similar symptoms. Bleeding from body orifices can indicate different causes. I don't want to guess.
It means we have to get more data. Operator, let the ROV go to the bridge.
Yes, sir.
The bridge seems to be sleeping as well. Engineer, give us some details.
The analysis of the ship plan shows that when you start a hibernation procedure, the power supply of the main computer is off. The route is supervised only by an additional navigation computer. The power switch is somewhere near the bridge. We'll need the white code cards and backup power, and we need to get an access code that will start the main computer.
Do it!
The door is barred. It must be opened on the other side. We must activate all the generators in order to go further. The door is barred. It must be opened on the other side. The toxic waste contains strong acid that can damage the robot. It must be neutralized.
This is one of the generators we need to activate. This is one of the generators we need to activate. This is one of the generators we need to activate. This is one of the generators we need to activate.
We must activate all the generators in order to go further. The temperature is too high, even for a robot. The toxic waste contains strong acid that can damage the robot. It must be neutralized. We've got no power. Let's try to regain it by activating the generators which are in the room corners. The generator is on. The generator is on. The power's on again. Hacking successful. We've managed to disable the firewall. We've got access to 971 code part. The chest is secured. Now we need to turn off the central firewall so that we can get into it. Hacking successful. We've managed to disable the firewall. We've got access to 971 code part. Hacking successful. We've managed to disable the firewall. We've got access to 431 code part. The chest is secured. Now we need to turn off the central firewall so that we can get into it. Hacking successful. We've managed to disable the firewall. The code 971431 has been entered.
The scientific section computer will probably be in the main internal laboratory. In order to get there, you should go through technical corridors first. Open the doors to the internal laboratory section, and finally, you should start the scientific computer. You will need orange code cards.
Execute Order 66.
Our data show that starting the main computer of the scientific section requires redirection of plasma current to the receiver in the left room corner. Such propulsion is very popular now, but when Lemuria was sent, it was an experimental phase, and, as we can see, Dr. Brown was also testing its capabilities.
Computer N2. Testing log, please.
The transmission has started.
What is this?
It looks that this computer's memory is also damaged. Let's hope that we'll be able to get from it anything that makes sense.
I recommend further testing of the sample number 34. The condition of the tested object has improved a bit. There's a chance it can be cured or repaired. The virus has mutated only to some degree. However, we should not deactivate the red alarm yet. Further steps. The transmission is over.
Virus? Red alarm? A standard carrier spaceship conducted research on a virus?
Maybe somebody from the crew was a vector of a virus from the Earth, or was infected during the mission. Where did the spaceship land after they had started their route?
In accordance with the mission plan, nowhere but the navigation log, as we have heard, has been destroyed, so we won't know what the truth is.
But we know they did not get infected in the outer space.
I've got bad feelings about it.
Stay calm. Operator, send the robot to the medical section. Maybe we'll find out something more.
Yes, sir.
The computer of the medical section should be located in the first aid room. In order to get there, we'll need a pink code card.
Hasta la vista, baby.
This liquid looks like acid. The robot's defense system does not let us go further.
Before we go any further, we must check Dr. Brown's computer.
This liquid looks like acid. The robot's defense system does not let us go further.
This part of the generator might be useful. It seems the mechanic has not finished repairing the generator. You must find the needed part and repair it on your own to move further.
The repair is successful.
It looks like a code. We need to think it over.
Success! The computer's unblocked.
Test the computer, please.
Computer M1. Testing log.
No data.
Computer M1. What other data do you have access to?
Data of epidemiological tests of the station air. The map of the computer network of sectors 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Computer M1. Give us epidemiological data.
Testing number Q23. Ordering person, Dr. Brown. Description. Testing air of the main ventilation shaft after the sample number 12 was unsealed. Results. The scope of the X1 virus contamination of the air in the spaceship, 100%. Chances of living organisms to survive more than 24 hours, 0%. Probability to make successful decontamination, 0%. Estimated lifespan of the virus, 126 Earth years.
Oh,
Oh my goodness!
It looks like a code. We need to think it over.
Captain, Lemuria 7 is changing its course.
what? How is that possible?
It started its maneuvering engines. It's changing the orbit parameters. And probably it has started the procedure to leave the orbit of Jupiter, taking advantage of its gravity. I'm trying to adjust our course, keeping the same distance.
Where is it trying to go?
The computer is making all the necessary calculations, but we'll know for sure only after Lemuria 7 finishes its course adjustment and leaves the orbit of Jupiter.
Can anyone tell me what the hell is going on here?
It has probably started some emergency procedures.
But why? Have we started something in the main computer?
I don't think so. We're scanning the changes of electromagnetic fields in different sections of Lemuria 7. It seems that strong activity was started just a moment ago in Sector 9 in the server room.
This medical comp. Let it give us information about the server room.
Computer M1, give data on Sector 9.
Internal network N5. Backup navigation computers. Synchronization server of N15 network. Supervising computer Q1.
What the hell is this supervising computer? I've had enough of puzzles already. Does it mean that the main computer was supervised?
In accordance with the spaceship plans, the answer is no. But we can find out more checking its server room and hacking the computer Q1.
We have the fourth crew member.
What a gruesome view.
This must be the fourth crew member, Dr. Brown. He's got a recording device in his hand. Let's listen to it.
The test results chilled me to the bone. On one side, it's a real success. But I wonder how the most virulent sample was destroyed. Bad luck. Really bad luck. First, I thought that I've got a full protective suit, so I'm safe. But just a few seconds later, I realized that the crew, the computer, was ruthless. The main ventilation system of the ship was contaminated. My God, I killed them. I was running scared, but I tried to focus. I still had some time. Hibernation units. It was the only way out. I still didn't know how to kill the virus, but if I froze it with the crew, I'd have more time to think it over. I was afraid that the people would ask me too many disturbing questions, that they wouldn't go to the hibernation chambers, and that they could attack me. That was why I decided to put them to sleep, and I started the hibernation procedure.
Something went wrong.
Right. We need more information.
It's not really cozy.
They're dead. All of them. The hibernation procedure takes more than 10 hours, and it was enough for the virus to attack them. This is my fault. God and the history will judge me harshly. but my intentions were good. These tests could have contributed to the common good of humanity. They could have saved millions of human lives. And besides, is there a safer place for testing than the outer space, though the price is too high? I've killed 3 people and made this ship a flying lethal coffin. It must be destroyed. But I still don't know how. How can I take my own life? I'm not strong enough. I can't buck up. I'm not brave enough. I can't make it. If someone is listening to it, please forgive me. That's all I'm asking for now. I just can't do it. I locked myself in the isolation room, which has a closed air circulation system. This is the only place on the spaceship which is not contaminated by the virus. I can take my protective suit off and breathe normally. I have some time to gather my wits, to build up the courage to do what I should do, but I'm not sure if I can. There's no other way out.
It appears he didn't make it.
Yes, but let's not try to judge him too harshly. Think yourself if you could push the self-destruct button.
Fortunately, our situation is not so desperate. We've got a remote control robot. It's all too soon to be happy. The self-destruction mechanism was, I know how it sounds, destroyed. It was located on T5 technical floor, which was completely damaged by the meteor.
So, we need to find another way to dispose of Lemuria.
It's not really cozy.
Caution! Critical level of the cooling agent.
I still don't know what to do. Maybe I'll be able to find an antidote for this virus. But I can't leave this place. Only 2 isolation rooms and the corridor are clean. I have no air in the protective suit, so I'll have no more than 24 hours. How to do it? It's not only me, but the ship can contaminate lots of people. What should I do? I've got some food and I need some rest. Just a few days and later I'll decide what to do next. I need to gather my wits, but it's so difficult. Why is this rat in the box so big? Or maybe it isn't. I can't think clearly. Maybe the virus works in a different way in its case. Can I kill the rat? But the rat can be helpful during the tests. And what if it's also dangerous? No way. It's in the box. I hope it won't run away when I fall asleep. I might be losing my mind. How can I work in such conditions? I'm so confused, and I've got so many questions in my head. I need to focus. I need to do something. But what should I do?
Poor guy, he couldn't make up his mind, and finally the reality decided for him.
Or the rat did it, but I'm not so merciful. He was responsible for the mess.
I still think we need more information. There's something missing and disturbing in this story.
The server room is in this corridor. We must open the door of the main server room, deactivate all the security means, hack the internal network, and then hack the computer Q1. Unfortunately, I've got no idea what the security systems of the server room are. We must improvise.
This computer is using electric shocks against the robot. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. This computer is using electric shocks against the robot. After the computer was hacked, the part of the code was displayed. After the computer was hacked, the part of the code was displayed. After the computer was hacked, the part of the code was displayed. After the computer was hacked, the part of the code was displayed. This computer is using electric shocks against the robot. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. We made it! The main computer is on.
And again. Test the computer, please.
Computer Q1, give us the information about the data related to the mission of Lemuria 7.
Main goal: goods delivery from Mars to X-17 research station. Other data: confidential. Provide administration code number 1.
4, 5, F, 6%, 3A.
Code accepted. The real mission goal: effectiveness tests of X1 biological factor. The mission automated without local involvement of human factor. The mission consists of 3 stages. Select the stage, please.
What does this technical slang mean?
At present, missions of this kind are prohibited by all 7 legal conventions. When Lemuria 7 started its journey, they were accepted by the world government, and they were conducted secretly by Army. An automated mission was carried out without knowledge and participation of the people on the board. They could only supervise general operation of equipment and conduct the main mission. Additional computers were taking control on the ship at the right moments. The rest will be specified by the computer.
Let's not change the ship course. We should find out what the computer is trying to do.
Computer Q1, describe the stage number 1.
Studies and development of X1 virus conducted by Dr. Brown. When the mortality parameter is 99% in 24 hours, start the stage number 2. Dr. Brown was not admitted to participate in stages numbers 2 and 3.
Computer Q1, describe stage number 2.
Intentional contamination of ONS Lemuria 7 unit with X1 virus. Pretending an accidental loss of integrity of the virus container. After 24 hours, data transfer to V57 facility on Earth. Authorized person, General Timber.
It's horrible. They were all taken advantage of and murdered. They didn't know about it till the end. Even the doctor was unaware that they were going to infect the whole ship with the virus.
Computer Q1, describe the stage number 3.
When it is approved by an authorized person, change the course to a collision course with Mars. The goal? Elimination of all live objects in the so-called First Martian City.
So that's what they wanted. Bastards! The first permanent Martian colony wanted to announce its independence from the Earth government at the time. But before they sent their combat ships, those bastards wanted to murder them using biological weapons. The demons of the past are back. But why was the mission unsuccessful?
Looking at the hull damages, Lemuria 7 collided accidentally with 1 or more meteors, just like we did. Failures of some engines resulted in slower pace, and additionally, the spaceship changed its original course. Before the computers were able to get the situation under control, the spaceship approached Jupiter. And then we activated some of the power supply on the ship in order to check it, and as a result, the supervising computer started again and resumed its secret mission. It decided to use Jupiter's gravity force to achieve the proper pace again.
It's no good. It's really no good. We have 200 million people living on Mars now, and because we have our communication systems damaged, we cannot warn them or ask for help. We cannot also overtake Lemuria 7, because our main engine is not working. We've got to reprogram its course in order to send it out of the solar system.
Course to 3412442.
This code can have something in common with the computers in the server room.
At least he didn't die alone. He looks happy. I wonder what he was watching. Computer Q1, change the course to 3412-442.
Specify the administration code number 2.
It's not good. The code is illegible.
But we can hack this computer, I guess.
Our robot has transferred the whole memory of Q1 computer he got access to. We're trying to hack the security measures, but they're really advanced. I'm making an analysis to see how long it's going to take.
And?
Unfortunately, it can take about 4 hours.
In 4 hours, Lemuria 7 will leave the orbit of Jupiter and will be out of the range of our short-range radio. We'll lose contact with our reconnaissance robot.
What? We must not allow it. What other options do we have?
In this situation, the only thing we can do is to destroy the spaceship, or at least damage its main drive, which would give us some more time. Lemuria 7 has an anti-proton reactor. However, it's well protected against all outside forces, and there are little chances to destroy it even if we shoot at it. That's why it would be best to detonate a small nuclear charge in the reactor core. The beam of heavy particles will cause a chain annihilation reaction, which will destroy the spaceship in such a manner that there won't be any pieces with potentially dangerous virus. Meanwhile, we can hide behind one of Jupiter's moons, so we won't be threatened by a radiant flux, which will be emitted after annihilation. One anti-proton bomb, which was in the equipment of this kind of spaceship, should include a proper amount of the charge we need. We should find an armory.
It sounds complicated, but it seems like our only chance. Come on, let's do it. Operator, find the armory, please.
We've managed to unblock the passage.
We can get to the warehouse with heavy weaponry using the corridor on the left. However, analysing the ship floor plan, we can see it's highly protected, and moreover, the sensors inform about high radioactive contamination. We're not sure if we can get through it all, so maybe we need to find a different passage. The corridor in the middle goes to a warehouse with light weapon, and the right one, unfortunately, we do not know that. It seems that the units belong to a separate network, and they are not activated. It seems that the units belong to a separate network, and they are not activated.
The gas has damaged the robot. It appears that the security system has locked the door. Our way back is blocked.
You shall not pass.
After the computer is hacked, the robot should move further. It's weird.
We made it.
This part of the generator might be useful.
We're lucky. The passage should be unblocked now. This liquid looks like acid. The robot's defense system does not let us go further.
Nothing this fleet is meant to survive.
We must take the bomb before we leave.
It seems the mechanic has not finished repairing the generator. You must find the needed part and repair it on your own to move further.
The repair is successful.
We've managed to get the bomb. Good job.
A careful analysis of the ship floor plans shows that we have two possibilities to use the bomb. We can plant the bomb under the reactor core and take advantage of the increased strength to get a chain reaction, which can destroy Lemuria 7. And we can also detonate the bomb in an air shaft of the reactor. In the second case, the shockwave would destroy the navigation computers of the ship, making Lemuria stay on the orbit of Jupiter forever.
The damaged installation electrocuted the robot. The damaged installation electrocuted the robot.
It seems it's quite close to the main reactor from the armory. Let's hope fortune's on our side this time. However, we must not make any mistakes.
In order to get to the reactor, we must open the trap with a purple code card, turn off the security system of the reactor, and then, using the technical corridor on the reactor bottom part, we need to get to its core. There we'll leave a remote detonated bomb. Then we need to go to the control room to maximize the reactor power in order to get the right anti-proton beam. Finally, we need to set the trigger to 30 seconds so that we'll have enough time to jump behind the moon and trigger the bomb.
Sounds simple.
Unless the robot is destroyed by radiation in the reactor.
Does this anti-proton reactor emit gamma rays?
Unfortunately, it does. So in case of the damages suffered by Lemuria 7, anti-radiation protection may not work. Moreover, we can see from the spaceship plans that the reactor has very strong security systems. We must get ready for some hard work.
Not even death can save you from me.
Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. The obstacle makes it impossible to go further. The security system locked the door. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. The security system locked the door. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage.
It appears that the main battery of the computer is dead. We need a charger.
We made it! Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. It's a jetpack. Now the robot should cope with the ladders. We've managed to go down with a jetpack. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage.
It's somewhere here. We must select the best place to plant the bomb. The reactor core to blow up this flying coffin, or an air shaft to leave it in the orbit of Jupiter forever. It's a tough decision.
Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage.
What's that yucky thing? What's that yucky thing?
The obstacle makes it impossible to go further. Radiation does affect also animals. It's good this thing is locked. Hacking is over. We've managed to unblock the passage. I think this is the place where we should plant the bomb. I think this is the place where we should plant the bomb. The bomb's activated.
This is definitely not the option we need. This is definitely not the option we need.
Attention! Information for passengers and crew of Lemuria 7. In 30 seconds, the core of the main antimatter reactor will melt. You are asked to go to the escape capsules and not to panic. Thank you for choosing our company.
Sensors?
Lemuria has finished its navigation maneuver and started moving in Jupiter's orbit. There are no signs it can be changed in any way.
Well done. We've done a great job. Now we've got a long way before we go back home. Orbiting around Jupiter with the lethal virus on its board triggered panic in all the cities of Earth and Mars. People were not ready to the risk related to a global pandemic disease, so any flights beyond the orbit of Mars were prohibited. It blocked progress of the space exploration and the scientific development for the next 200 years. Many people died on the overpopulated Earth and in difficult conditions on Mars as a result of hunger, diseases, and wars fought for the necessary resources. Was it a good decision to leave Lemuria 7 on the orbit of Jupiter?